What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo. We are continuing our Taylor Swift Reputation Tour concert series that I started like 5 months ago on my channel. Today is Long Live and New Year's Day. I've been a little careful with these reactions lately because the Reputation ones have been getting blocked, so there are actually some on my channel that you can't see anymore. I will be uploading those ones that are like gone from YouTube. I'll be uploading those to Patreon, so if you guys are interested, you guys can check out my Patreon. I've also got a ton of Taylor Swift exclusive content over there. I just did the whole Tiny Desk performance, so if you're interested in watching those videos, I wasn't able to upload those to YouTube due to copyright strikes, so I did put them on Patreon. Links are in the description. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Links are always in the description. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've loved the production on this. I've seen a lot of live stuff from her as of recently. Like, I watched the AMAs, which, by the way, I know you guys have been hitting me up on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, asking me to do that performance. I didn't want to do it because I watched it live. I waited, I stayed up late, I watched the performance so that I could take that in a live moment. I didn't want to go back and just make a video on it for views. I felt like that's not really my style. I really wanted to watch it and actually see her get her award and stuff. So that's what I did. That's why you won't see that video on this channel. So instead, you're gonna get the Reputation tour. So let's do this. These are two songs that we have not checked out yet, so let's do it.
So you guys, I know that
that piano is so badass.
when you meet people, when you first hang out with people, you're supposed to play it cool, be sort of casual, and just be like, yeah, I'm having a good time with you. You guys seem cool. But seriously, this is such an incredible crowd. I absolutely adore you. I loved you as soon as I heard you screaming. So we started this tour in May, and honestly, I have never experienced a tour that seemed to fly past this quickly, because we're having so much fun on this tour. We're having so much fun with you guys.
It's crazy for her to say, because like now knowing that she had already done 50 shows prior to this one, and to her to think that that flew by, but I'm thinking like how much effort she put into each one of these live performances, and she thinks that flew by. That's crazy.
I can't even tell you how much. And so when I say we, I mean all of the people that you see on the stage with me, the dancers, the backup singers, the band, everybody who you see up here with me, Camila, Charlie, all these wonderful, incredible, iconic people I get to be on stage with. We've all dreamed about being on a stage like this since we were little kids. And I think when we were little kids, I think I can speak for all of us and say, I don't think we ever imagined we'd be on stages this big, the crowd's this incredible. I think this has sort of exceeded any kind of...
I love how humble she is with this kind of stuff. I've like watching live performances, watching the Tiny Desk performance, all those things, you really got to see that side of her. And it really, I don't know, it puts things into perspective when you watch, because even then she said, I never thought that I'd be in this position. And she always accredits all back to her fans, which obviously at the end of the day, that really is how you get to that level. You got to have fans to have the support to do that. But I think there's been always something very human about her. It's one of the reasons why I personally feel like she picks up so many fans, is because it's easy to relate to her. Yes, she's rich, she's famous, she's talented, she has all these things, but she goes through the exact same problems that the majority of people do, and she's not afraid to be very honest about that. She's not just writing radio hit songs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but she's putting heart into songs that you're gonna relate to, that you're gonna want to go back and listen to forever.
Daydream. So we get to be out here with you every single night on this stage, but that is nothing compared to the effort and the work that has gone into building this stage. We have 368 people who travel with us around the world, leave their families behind, drive trucks, help put up the steel, help build the stage, help do lighting, sound, you name it. Tuning our instruments is helping us get to the place to the point where we can get up here and do what we love to do. On top of that, Dallas and Arlington, this area provided us with 3,200 people who did security for us, who sold food, who did parking, who helped us build this, who will take this apart with us after the show. They're the people who will help sweep up the glitter when we all go home.
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of bands, and I don't think I've ever heard a band think the venue, the security, or any of those things before. This is definitely like a whole new territory.
And so I want to say thank you to every single person who has helped us put on this stage tonight, and especially security here for keeping us safe. Thank you so much to everyone. Let's hear a round of applause for everyone who helped us do this. And then, of course, there really wouldn't be a show to put on or a stage to put up if you guys didn't want to come be at the show. And so, this is a song that for me is always gonna be about you. I said I remember this moment.
Yeah.
Back in my mind, the time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names.
When I did the album video that this song was on, I talked about this song because I thought it was cool, and some of the linear notes on a Music Genius website talking about each lyric, because I always used to read the lyrics as I did the album, and they made it seem like this was only about her band and her team, and it was like her thank you song. And a lot of you guys hit me up in the comments, and you were like, well, it is about that, but it's also about the fans. And I always kind of like, man, the music site should have been more clear about that, because it's true. In order to be able to be where she's at, you got to have the crew, the band, and the fans, and I think that's very important. So that's something someone should change in those liner notes, because I think that is a very important moment. But to be able to watch it here and see her introduce it that way, and thank everybody, and then also thank the fans, and put that all together and let them know that this song is for them, that pretty much clears anything up. And again, I just love to see that she's so humble.
Like a hero on a history book page. It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed through, how it kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was
Oh my God.
all the magic we made. Bring on all the pretenders, I'm not afraid. Long live all the mountains we moved.
The video editing on this entire concert series is incredible, because I mentioned this, she's in a sold out stadium, football stadium. It's a huge stadium. It's where the Dallas Cowboys play. It's intense. It fits a lot of people, but the concert feels intimate. And I've said that in these videos because I don't know if it's the way that she uses so many different parts of the arena so that everyone kind of gets to be near her at some point. And I don't know if it's the fact that they just keep panning the camera to these fans and watching them cry and be so emotional, but you just really feel like it was a small room that everybody was in. You don't even think about the fact of how big this was.
I had the time of my life, fighting dragons with you. I was screaming, long live, that look on your face. Bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. Spinning around, confetti falls to the ground. May these memories break apart.
Oh my God.
And hold on.
I I love seeing the fans cry. You gotta have an emotional response to some of this. You know what? After seeing all the fans crying, it kind of sparks that thought. You kind of forget all the bad shit that happened leading up to this tour and how like there was just so many bad things happening, and I feel like that Long Live song just hits so much different for the fan base that stuck it through despite Taylor going through being canceled and all those things. I think that that song probably hits way different for the fans. 'Cause I see everybody crying, and like obviously it's a beautiful song and it's a beautiful moment, but you get that emotional connection, especially when you realize like you were supporting somebody when they were at their darkest, and despite being completely absent and gone from everybody, you were still there supporting, and that probably hits so much different for everyone.
Toast to the town, babe. If you strike out and you're crawling home, don't read the last page that I stay. When it's hard and it's wrong, we're making mistakes.
I'm glad that she has this setup here where she's on stage with the piano. Her band's still playing in the back, but it's very chill. It's not overdoing it, and you really get that moment where you feel like she's just out with her piano. One thing that I've really turned to love, there's a lot of one things, but one thing I've really turned to love is seeing Taylor with one instrument playing a song. Started with that Grammy Museum stuff, seeing her acoustic stuff, and I don't know. For me, there's like more of a connection there because that's really the most raw you're ever gonna see Taylor, is almost like in her zone. Like if she was in her room, it'd just be her and her guitar putting together a song. So when she comes out and she plays that live and it sounds absolutely amazing, you're going to have a connection with that. And for me, those acoustic and those piano songs are just they're a little bit more emotional, a little bit more intense. They take songs that I already like and they change them. I mention this all the time, but I really hope that while she's doing re-recording and all that stuff, maybe she decides to put out an acoustic album as well. That would be so sick.
I'll be cleaning up bottles with you on New Year's Day. Hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. Hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. Hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. And I will hold on to you. Please don't ever become a stranger whose life I could recognize anywhere. Please don't ever become a stranger whose life I could recognize anywhere.
I personally feel like so many different things happened in this live performance, like all of the songs. There's been so many ups, so many downs, so many slows, so many fast parts, a lot of dancing, a lot of lights. There's just so many moments, and I think that she did a really great job when she put together that set list and put together just how she wanted to do these performances, because you get so many different sides of Taylor, and I'm glad that in this one, she did this, she did the mashup, but it was just on a piano, a little bit of band in the background, and really just a chance for her to have another one of those intimate moments, because sometimes when all the dancing and all the lights and the loud music and everything, it feels a little less intimate, although it's still absolutely incredible. Some of my favorite performances have been those loud and fast ones, but to be able to see it stripped back and her just, you know, being herself, and I don't know, the way the camera work is done in this, where it keeps showing the fans, it's emotional, and it's cool that she was able to create those memories for so many people, and to be able to, you know, kind of switch back and forth from like, let's go nuts and, you know, let's be sincere. And I don't know, there's just a lot of emotions that ran through on this Reputation tour, and it's why I've loved it so much. I'm really excited to see that her documentary is also going to be out on Netflix soon, because I think this is a cool way to connect with people, and to do a concert series on Netflix with such great production. Like, it's so accessible to so many people, and you can see so many sides of her, and because the production is done so well, you actually get a really great finished product. I feel like they're gonna do a really great job with the documentary as well, and I think it's a really big deal that we're getting that from her. I mean, she's only like, what, 29, 30 years old, and she's had all of this happen in her career already. Like, her and I are about the same age, and like, I definitely don't have all that done in my career, and to only be in your 30s, like, you got another like 50 years, 40 years of being able to still do performances and stuff, and it's just incredible to see how much has already been like put away in history from her career. So it's super cool. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are always in the description. Don't forget, I have a lot of Taylor Swift exclusive stuff coming, videos that are already up, all kinds of stuff, a back library of videos that may have been blocked, like We Are Never Getting Back Together, the Rock Edition. All of those videos are on my Patreon if you're interested in signing up. Every sign up just supports me and my channel and allows me to continue to do what I love. So thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. You guys mean the world to me. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.